let's talk about some muscular adaptations that occur due to aerobic training. And this might not be something that you think about, but I think the adaptations are going to be a little different than what you're expecting. So same type of outcomes, same type of like reflection at the end. So let's talk about fiber type. Aerobic training is going to alter type 1 fibers. It's not going to change really anything with type 2 fibers because you're not using them. But type 1 fibers, they're going to get bigger. You stress them, they're going to get bigger. But no real change in type 2A or 2X. Possible that 2X turn into 2A, but that's debated. And if you're not really using them, then what's the stimulus? Maybe that's the stimulus. You're not using them. Okay. So we've talked about this. You're going to aim, and this kind of ties in with the cardiovascular system, is that you're going to increase the number of capillaries that are available to your muscular system. And so this is probably the biggest cause, biggest change in VO2 max, especially as it relates to the muscular system. So if we're just talking about the muscles, is that by having more capillaries, it's easier to get oxygen in. Additionally, you're going to produce, or these type 1 fibers are going to produce more myoglobin. Remember, myoglobin is the shuttle or the carrier or whatever you want to call it that gets oxygen from inside the muscle cell and takes it to the mitochondria where this oxygen can be used. Okay? If we don't have myoglobin, it's much more difficult to get oxygen to the mitochondria because it can go all over the cell. And so by having myoglobin, we get oxygen to the mitochondria, and that increases the muscle's oxidative capacity, or the ability of the muscle cell to use oxygen during the electron transport chain to produce ATP. Mitochondria will both increase in size and number, and also we're going to increase the production of new mitochondria. So basically, remember, mitochondria are the factories, right? And so with factories, in manufacturing, you could think about, well, do you want a factory, if you're producing, widgets, do you want a factory that's 50 years old and running on technology that's 50 years old, or do you want, your widget factory to be running off of, brand new technology where it's efficient, that sort of thing? Okay. Along with this and tied with this is that your mitochondria will be better able to produce those oxidative enzymes. And as a result, they're going to be able to be more efficient at using glucose, producing ATP. And as a result, we're not going to rely on that glycogen, those glycogen stores that we have. We're going to be able to hold on to those for longer. If we hold on to those glycogen stores for longer, we're going to be able to, run faster, farther, that sort of thing. So, what are 3 changes to the muscular system, and what are the benefits of those changes after aerobic training?